Here are 3 true scary stories to keep you up at night. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button. And while you're there, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell notifications so you never miss a video. Please come. A 15-year-old boy in a small town in Maryland sat down at his computer after getting home from school one day. He turned it on, logged into AIM, and was then surprised to receive an IM from a classmate of his who was absent that day. It consisted of 2 words, "Please come." Confused, the boy sent a reply asking why he had been absent that day. After 2 more messages and 15 minutes with no response, he decided to get on his bike and head over to the classmate's house. It was a short ride, only about 5 minutes away. When he got to the house, he found the door was unlocked. Inside, partially dried blood was splattered all over the walls and floor, and an unrecognizable figure was crumbled against the far wall. It was missing an arm and a leg, and a bloody streak on the floor led away from the body into the kitchen. The boy slammed the door closed and immediately called 911 on his cell phone. When the police arrived, they found 3 corpses, as well as tracks leading away from the house to the back door. The forensic report concluded that the entire family, the boy's classmate, and his parents had been killed sometime the previous night. The photographs. A few months ago, a friend of mine, who is an up-and-coming nature photographer, decided to spend a day and night alone in the woods outside of our town. She wanted to get photos of the woods and wildlife as naturally as she could for her portfolio. She wasn't afraid of being alone, as she had camped by herself many times before. She set up a tent in the middle of a small clearing and spent the day taking pictures. She filled up 4 rolls of film on that trip, but something was strange about them. What she saw in those pictures has stayed with her ever since, and she is still trying to recover from the trauma that caused her. Almost every picture was accounted for, save for 1 picture in each roll of film. These pictures were of her asleep in her tent in the middle of the night. The statue. A few years ago, a mother and a father decided that they needed a break, so they headed out for a night on the town. They called their most trusted babysitter. When the babysitter arrived, the 2 children had already fallen asleep in bed, so the babysitter just got to sit around and make sure everything was okay with the children. Later that night, the babysitter got bored and wanted to watch TV, but she couldn't watch it downstairs because they didn't have cable downstairs, so she called and asked if it was okay with the parents to watch it in their room. The parents said it was okay, but the babysitter had one final request. She asked if she could cover up the statue outside of the bedroom window with a blanket or a cloth because it made her nervous. The phone line went silent for a moment, and the father, who was talking to the babysitter at the time, said, "Take the children and get out of the house. We don't own a statue." The police found both the children and the babysitter slumped in a pool of their own blood within 3 minutes of the call. No statue was found. That was 3 true scary stories to keep you up at night. Leave a comment and let me know which story was your favorite. Follow me on these social medias, and if you want to help the channel, check out the description down below. Lastly, if you haven't already, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, followed by the bell notification so you never miss a video.